Right now, you can see the dollar index is pointing up. Once it goes above this level is likely to push up more to the next important level up here. Okay. So let's see if that is going to happen. It looks like there is some kind of volume in the market right now. Is there any kind of news right now? I don't know. But if you check on Euro USD, GBP USD, also, we were looking to be sure to buy more at price closing above this rectangle here. Okay. We saw that price give a bullish 30-minute bullish candle close, but the next 30 candles struggled and did not able to give a momentum push above the level. And then now we can see sellers stepping in, which means sellers are still active at the level. So they step in and are pushing the price. Until price moves up again and close momentum bullish body above it, we are not going to see any buy from that point on, which means the only thing the market has to do is to below this level continue dropping down. Okay, continue to drop down. That is the only thing. And it will continue to drop as long as the dollar index is looking bullish. Okay, if the dollar index drops, then they will all buy. If you look at Euro USD, for instance, I think some time ago when we analyzed, I was picturing this um, I pictured this what time frame did I even use? It 1 hour or 4 hour? But I pictured a reversal pattern here. I pictured this head and shoulder high, low, higher high. So this is a neckline, right shoulder formed, break, price break, it breaks, it hit the right shoulder, hit, price goes back to retest the right shoulder, breaks the neckline again, stays below the neckline, is likely to sell. So I had this analysis, but the pair was looking bullish. So you don't just start to sell until you have a full confirmation. Okay. So that's why we were still looking to go bullish. And the area where our buy stop loss is, if that place is to, if we are to have a bearish engulfing right now, it means we can jump on a sell. Okay, because looking at this pattern right now, in this area of interest where sellers are, it makes sense. Okay, that if we see this pattern, the market should sell. But all this will still continue to happen only if the DXY is bullish. If the DXY changes to go bearish, there is no way Euro USD will continue to sell. Okay. There is also um this, I think this pattern I saw here. From here, I saw like it's like a high, uh a lower high and a higher high. No, this is wrong. I saw it in a certain way. Um, was it here? Like high, lower high, higher high. Yeah, this is the way I think I did it. And I got this neck trend line, right shoulder formed, price hit the neckline, push back up to retest the right shoulder. We got price hit again, push up, break the neckline, retest stays below the neckline and the entry for the buy that we're having, which is the PSR. So as long as price is below the PSR and the head and the shoulders neckline, this should be a sell. Okay, so that has been the struggle for the past, I think, 1 day. Okay, 1 to 2 days now. Okay, so if right now we saw this bearish push down. Price wanted to go up. Then we are seeing another bearish push down. 30-minute 1 hour candle pushing down, closing. A new 1 hour candle just opened. If this 1 hour candle does not go up to close above this level, this pair is going to drop, is going to sell. Okay, at least to the next, this area. Okay, this pair is going to sell at least to these areas, maybe somewhere here or somewhere here. Okay, and that means that the dollar index will also be pushing up, will also be buying. Okay, so you remember what I said on the PPT, step 3. When you take your trade, allow the trade to play, but based on allow the trade to play, but manage it based on the market reaction, okay, or conditions. So we were holding a bullish market, but based on the knowledge and the analysis, we knew that the market was preparing itself to also go bearish. So the moment we see that the bullish movement is not holding, and constantly or consistently it is showing us that it will not play, we have to change our mind. And then you have to be flexible to change, okay? And just follow the reaction of the market, what the market is giving you. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say first before we continue to analyze the EURJPY and GBPJPY, and then we close. So right now, if it continues to stay this way, Euro USD is going to now be bearish. Okay, Euro USD is now going to be bearish. And you can see a lot of consolidation. Okay, Euro USD is now going to stay bearish. And then the DXY will be bullish, which means GBP USD will also be bearish. Okay, so let's see how it will play out. Let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. Okay. So I believe we are done with the GBP AUD. So for the GBP AUD, I was trying to share, I was trying to look at the most current 4-hour bullish range or structure. So we have a bullish move from this area. Price retraced back to 78.6%. Okay, let's move on. So we have this current bullish structure, previous high, lower low, lower high, higher high, taken out, makes a new higher high. Price drops down, okay, into discount, okay, so 78.6%. From discount here, we are supposed to get either a new high, higher high to continue the bullish move, or we are supposed to just get a failure swing, which means we might get price push to 50% or 38.2%. Okay, 38.2%, or sometimes also 23%. Okay, so let me extend even the stop loss to that area. All those levels are places where the market might want to go to. Okay, from 78.6%. If it gets to if it gets to 50%, 38.2%, 23.6%, any of these levels, if price get to any, it could drop, it could reverse. But for us, we will know before it reverses, because based on the structure, the internal structures, because we will monitor this on the 15 minutes and 30 minutes to monitor the structures it will be forming when it pushes up or it goes up. Okay, so these are the levels where but I will anticipate price to at least get to 50%, retest this trend line or neckline, or at the highest I will anticipate it to get to, if it's going to sell, is just 38.2%, this area. Hit 23, hit 50, push up to this area, and then drop. Okay, so that's what on this 4 hour, but it is bullish from this point on. So until price drops down to crash this last lower high, this point, until price drops down to crash this last lower high, okay, we are not going to have a full or perfect break of structure. Somebody will argue that this area is a low. Yes, these areas are lows, but I don't consider this area as important lows for me. This could just be internal consolidation or exhaustion that was happening in the market. You understand? So I would rather use this area to monitor my break of structure. So if prices would drop to take this is an internal low, but for the purposes of the area we are focusing on, I will view here as an external low. So once price crashes this place, it will be a break of structure externally for me. And then there should be a pullback or a retest again, and then price should be free to sell, or okay, to keep selling. So this is from the 4 hour time frame perspective. Okay. So one, we are expecting price to push up to either equilibrium 50% of this range or fail to swing. If all these things fails and it pushes up to make a new higher high, we are done with this setup. Okay, we are done. But I hope and I anticipate and I expect that the sellers that are at this rectangle level, which we have traced in the past, should be able to do a good job by pushing the price down when it gets back into this zone. Okay, so that's the anticipation right now, which means that if you are anticipating price to come up somewhere here, it means currently within this range, or even this current range from this high to this lows here, you can find buys. Okay, why do you have to find buys? Because we have double, triple bottom, which means sellers are strong from this point, pushing price up. Okay, so you from inside this range, you might want to find buys where price is currently. So from the 4 hour, let's scale back to 30 minutes and see what is happening. Okay, so on 30 minutes, now we can see things more clearly. We can see that buyers are at this level and they push price up consistently. First hit, they push it up. Second hit, they push it up. Third hit, they push it up again. Okay, but we can see that sellers are also active at this level. At this level. Okay, from here, they push price down. Price come back close to this area. Sellers push it down. Price come back again, they push it down. Price come back again, they push it down. Price go above the sellers, showing us that anything above this level, buyers can be in charge. But it still drops, stays below, and sellers step in, push it down. Okay, now when the most current hit from this high here is this point. Please watch carefully. The most current hit, okay, the most current reaction is this point. Okay, and I'm not talking of any reaction, any significant or important reactions. From this high here, when price dropped to this level here, price dropped to this level here first, here. Good. So we can say, if we want to look at the structure, we can say we have a low, lower high, then straight down to this place. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Do you all see this? And then lower low. So this is bearish. Now, the last lower high, price pushes up, hit here, failure swing, crashes that place, close above. Price drops, pull back into discount, price pushes up, break of structure again. So from here on, we are bullish. We were bearish from here. It has changed to be bullish. Another pullback, then price goes up, drops down, goes up, drop down, go up, drop down, and it is consolidating now. It's either it drops back down to retest somewhere here, and then it breaks up, okay? Or it just decides to drop down totally, okay? But from what we can see here, we are bullish currently on the 30 minutes, but we were bearish before, okay? So we are bearish and it has changed to be bullish, okay? Now, what I want you to notice is the most significant reaction was from here, price dropped all the way to this level. And buyers were here, they pushed price up to this level. Sellers were here, they pushed price back down. So if I'm to define any area of interest within this area, I will use here, okay? And I will use down here, okay? So here, sellers should be sitting here, okay? So now we know that anything here should be sellers. Watch carefully. And anything here should be buyers. Okay, anything at this level should be buyers. And this is also true. The bias is also true because if you bring it back, we can see here, price drops here, buyers push it up. Okay, so let me extend it to here. Okay. And I'm making it a little big because this is the 30 minutes. Now, sellers are here, buyers are here. Now, price move up, hit here again, sellers push it down. Buyers that are here push it back again. Price go up, but sellers push it down. But look at the thing. The power of the sellers is getting weak because they are pushing the price, but the price is not coming down more. So it means their energy is getting weak. Buyers push it up again. Sellers push it down. Buyers push it up. Sellers push it down. Buyers are trying to push it up. What do you think will happen if price stays above this level? What do you think will happen? Abubakar, what do you think will happen if price stays above this level where sellers should be in, should be? Your your audio is off. If you want to talk, your audio is on. Uche, are you still at work? So what do you think will happen if price is able to stay above this area, this level? Buyers will definitely stay in control, be in control.
I think it will continue to be an uptrend because we are breaking a structure.
What?
Yeah, I said if the price reaches to this level, we'll be having a bullish market because
Yes.
the price is going up.
Yes, the buyers might take charge when price stay above this level. Okay, but at this level, we can see there is a struggle currently. So if it goes up above it and stays above it, buyers might continue to push price up. But once it keeps staying below this level, sellers might take the price down again. So this is the analysis right now. So one, from the higher time frame, we are expecting a pullback to the top here. Okay, and then we will expect a bigger sell. But internally on the smaller time frame inside this range, we can see that this is a double triple bottom, and we can anticipate that in the current zone where price is currently bullish. Price is currently bullish, and it is at a level, an area of interest where sellers are really active. But it looks like if the sellers become inactive, the bulls might take charge and take the price up. So that is what is currently happening. So for you to take a trade here, what do you want to see? One, you might want to be observing rejections, bullish rejections, and engulfing. Okay, bullish engulfing activity and bullish rejection for you to buy. But if you keep, and you must also be looking for morning star formation, okay, for you to buy. But if price keeps giving us bearish rejection and evening star formation around here, and it stays below this level, you might want to sell, at least take scalp to take profit to this level. Okay, so this is the overview analysis. This is what we'll look at on GBPAUD. But I will not engage or trade this pair until it has moved to the top here. If it's able to move to the top here, then I will start to trade. Okay, but for now, I would not trade. I've not even traded this pair before, but I will try it next year. I think by next year, price might move up to this level, and I will be finding sells. I'll find the sells till it becomes successful or till it fails. Okay, let's quickly move to Euro what? EURJPY, and we'll be very quick on that because our time is almost up. So EURJPY. So EURJPY, let's first look at the monthly time frame, 1 month. Someone told me this pair can move really well. Wow. Like the JPY pairs really do really move. So on the monthly time frame, it's easy or it's simple. Okay. We have price making bullish structures, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. And then we saw price drop down, took out this internal low. This becomes an internal low, takes it out to this point, pull back up, drop back again. Did it take the low point? Did it take it out? It looks like it took it out, but this is like a liquidity grab or hunt. Price sweep it and quickly it moves back above. Okay, so this is easy. But after doing that, we can see price start to make bullish structures. Okay, we see a higher high, a lower high. We see, and price, this is an internal structure, but we can see price makes another important stop here, and then we see a drop, and price is currently pushing up. Okay, so what I can say is, based on what I see, this was where this price started from here, made a high, and it looks like it dropped back to entry, sweep liquidity, and pushed up and broke the initial high again. Okay, so what I can say from this pair, from here upward, is bullish. So the bulls are in domination, but overall, I can say if this pair started from somewhere down here, it made a high, likely a lower low or a double bottom on equal low, and then it's making a small dip of a higher high, a small pullback, and currently making a higher high. So if I take it from this side to this pair is bullish. Okay, so everything shows this pair is what? Bullish. Are you with me? Good. So if this pair is bullish, now this pair is at the top here. we have to define an area of interest in order for us to participate because we know it is bullish already. Okay. So one, what do we do? Area of interest. What can you see here? I can see that this is an important point where there has been a reaction. For area of interest, you are looking for points where there are reactions. There was a reaction here. What kind of reaction do you see, Abu Bakr, here? What kind of reaction? What kind of reaction do you see here? Okay, there is a bearish reaction. Okay, price push from down to up here. Sellers react. They push the price down. Price moves again, gets to the same place. Sellers react. They push the price down. Okay, which means sellers are active from this point below. So what will happen if the sellers have been weakened? It means buyers should be active above the sellers, right? Are you with me? Okay, so if sellers are here and they push price down, what will happen if buyers take over the sellers? The same area here should be placed to be a point where buyers will be active. Okay, which means we want to look for a place to use as both support and resistance. So I will expect in the future price to drop back into somewhere this zone or imbalance here and then stay above here to buy. Continue the bullish move or come back, go above like this, drop back, stay below this place, and the sellers will take charge and it will drop for a retest. Okay, if it's dropping for a retest, where are we going to anticipate price to get to? You must mark all the places where there are reactions. There was a reaction somewhere internally here. It seems that there is a reaction here first. Okay, so sellers are here pushing price down. Sellers push price down a little bit, but buyers take over. So it makes sense for price to come back to this place, and we should expect a reaction. Reaction up because this pair is bullish. Okay, so if price reverses from up, going up, and drops back to this area and does not sell to give a new higher high, but drops and stay below this area, price below this zone where sellers should be in charge, price might want to drop to the next important level, which is here. So this is my analysis. Okay, so now we are now the price is bullish. Okay, so how do we participate in this market? The thing is just going up, up, up. So how do you participate? Let's go to the daily time frame and see what is happening on daily. Daily time frame is just going up, up, up. You see, price has just broken to the upside, just going up, up, up. But the important thing is that we have our zone marked from the higher time frame. One zone, another zone down here. Okay, so daily time frame bullish. Now because these are higher highs, we can't tell where price will get to before it start pulling back. Okay, you can use psychological or round figures, but I don't know how to do that. So I only want to trade price action, the structure of the market. Let's go to 4 hour time frame to see what is happening. It is still bullish, just pointing up. Okay. Then let's see 30 minutes. 30 minutes is still bullish. Okay. The last important area of interest, I can find some here. I can also find this point. Okay, it looks like buyers were here. It looks like sellers were here. They pushed the price from top here. They pushed the price down. Sellers pushed the price down. Their buyers broke above them. If prices would drop to this area, there should likely be a reaction up. But trading this kind of market is a little bit, dicey. Okay, it's easy because you only be finding buys, only be looking for buys, buys, buys. But if you don't take care, you get locked up. You will get a wrong entry and price will now be dropping. And by the time you close and you want to be selling, it will now be pushing up. Okay, so it's better to wait for price to make a bigger pullback down into this area of interest. Then we see the reaction that will happen here and then we can buy. Do you understand my point? Do you get my point? Good. So that's the analysis. We've been able to establish the trend. We've seen, we've defined area of interest, but we cannot take any trade yet because it is just bullish and going up, and we will only be looking for buys. But right now, you can't just jump in, or you can just take a buy and then see what will happen. Okay, GBP JPY. GBP JPY is also pointing up, um, going up. Let's look at the 1 month time frame quickly. When the meeting closes, we will continue tomorrow. So this is GBP JPY. From what I see here quickly, market was kind of bullish and started to drop. So from this point, we can say we have a lower high, a lower low, lower high, lower low, kind of lower high, equal lows, break of structure, failure swing, a new higher high, retest, and then price is breaking up. Okay, so the only place price will want to get to is the top, which is here, somewhere here. Let me put a line there. The only place price might want to get to is the top here. Okay, so the market was bearish, and then now it's has changed to being bullish. Now, if I take the range from the top here to down here, I can see there was a pullback to 61.8%, a drop to 50%, which is equilibrium. The market has no option than to reach out to from 61.8%, 50, 61.50, breaking above 61 is going to 78. Okay, this is the next level that price is going to on GBP JPY is going to 78, is going here. Okay, this is deep discount, but we can see there is a bullish break of structure. Okay, so price is trying to get back to either 100% or 88, something like that. Okay, so let's watch out and see. But my anticipation now will be here, somewhere here, 78.6%. Anything in between here is my anticipation. Um, so how can we define an area of interest? The most current area of interest was here. Okay, why? At this point, sellers were here and they pushed the price down. Okay, now the market, and then also here, internally here, sellers were sitting here, price buys to this place, sellers push it down. Okay, so let's see here and then and here. Okay, so now sellers, if sellers are here pushing price down and the buyers are able to make the price go above the sellers, okay, what do you think is happening? It means buyers have taken control above the buyers. So anything above the sellers here, buyers will control. Okay, so let's see here. And in the past, we can see this small pullback here. Buyers were here and they pushed the price up to this level. So buyers are sitting here, then price go below, sellers step in, they drop price. Price goes above the level of sellers here again, it drops back to where the buyers were. Buyers take control. So buyers are in control from this level up. So GBP JPY, we should have been buying the moment we saw this bullish engulfing candle from here. This breakout or bullish engulfing, we should have been buying if we analyze this pair during that time. But the most current thing we can see is we can see sellers were here. Okay, so now let's scale to the daily time frame, the smaller time frame. Let's go to daily time frame. So we can see currently sellers are here at this level. They push price down. Now, price come back to the same level, hit, we break above the level, and it retested the same level, which means buyers are in control. So above the sellers, buyers have taken charge and they are pointing price up. Do you get the point? Okay, so above the sellers, buyers have taken control and they are pushing price up. So before this market can sell, it must, before this market will sell, it should drop down here and stay below where the sellers will be in charge before it will sell. If it doesn't drop down like this and stay below here, it will not sell. Okay, so what we will see is it will only maybe come back to retest here, go up, stay above it, and keep moving up because the target should be somewhere here. Okay, it should go close to the blue line or somewhere in between here. I can't tell the specific, but it should move up more. So this